Okay, Google, Lumos. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Serenity Podcast, Vlogmas. I am Tracy, the North Carolina half of Serenity Podcast, and today you are joining me in my dining room, which is also my remote classroom, my very festive remote classroom right now. Beside me there is a basket that contains all of my remote learning materials except my laptop that has been put away until tomorrow when I get to do it all over again. So today we are not going on an epic adventure. I am going to just walk you around my house and show you some of my favorite Christmas decorations because Christmas is my favorite time of the year and I really go all out for it, and my family thinks I go a little over the top for it. So I hope you enjoy that. And while we're sitting here, I am working on my Advent socks. This is an old skein of very colorful yarnings in the 12 Days of Christmas color. It starts with a partridge in a pear tree, and then it goes up to, oh my goodness, the 12th day, and then it goes back through the colors again and then ends with the partridge in the pear tree. Leave that there while I take you on our tour, and I hope you enjoy. Beth, I don't know how you find things to say to the camera when you're by yourself. I find this very, very awkward. But before we go on our tour, I would be remiss if I didn't tell you that today's sweater is the Lovebird sweater by Kate Oates. And I'm really a fan of birds, as some of you know. The green and the peach, these are birds and they're facing each other. And it's not very obvious because the color changed right halfway through a bird. But I still love it. This is my hand spun. It's hand spun fiber by Moon Rover. And the body is Knit Picks Stroll. This is our main tree. My daughter says we have too many trees. She says we have more trees per square foot than Biltmore Estate. And I don't think that's actually true. But this is absolutely my favorite. The big metal star at the top. Our mistletoe from the other day, and this is where my favorite ornaments that I have collected over the years go. I always make sure I grab an ornament whenever I travel. I have one from London and Edinburgh. I have Holt's First Christmas ornament and Rena's. This one is from Barcelona. It's definitely a favorite. See the church, a lot of Gaudi inspired art, which I think was my favorite part of Barcelona. Holt's First Christmas. Rena had one too. I thought I had it, but I lost it. This is the school in the neighborhood where I grew up. It's an old one-room schoolhouse that's still there. I apparently really like animals wearing clothes on my Christmas tree. I don't know what that says about me. My Minnesota ornament. This one's fun. This is a book, and every year we write our favorite gift of Christmas in that. And then I wanted to show you our new ornament for this year, but I can't remember where I put it. There we go. It's our 2020 Christmas ornament. These are our masks when we picked out this tree, the tree lot. I think I've also mentioned to some people that I have a Santa collection. Those are some of my nicer wooden Santas. I almost overlooked this angel from the Bahamas, made out of a seashell. Michael and I picked that up when we were there for our anniversary many, many years ago. And this is Holt's mistletoe with a hole blown right through a leaf. This is my husband's childhood Santa. He's not a favorite. I do have the bubble light going all through Christmas. My mom always puts bubble lights on her tree, and I have one, just the one Nessa night light. These are my favorites. These are my winking Santa mugs. It might have gotten a bit out of control over the years, but I don't think so. My family calls these my creepy Santa heads. My favorite is this Bill, who is looking very concerned at the other Santas. And then I have all of my blown glass ornaments on a tree here at the top. Portrait of our house. And my favorite Santa picture. There's a terrible glare. Look how ladylike Renna is. And how sad Holt is. I also collect bobbins. You'll see that in the dining room, but here's some of my collection because we live in an old mill house. More of our mistletoe. The dining room. We have some newer Santa pictures. Oh, this is a good one. The year before Hope became afraid of the old man. And our candy advent calendar. And here's my advent from Stephanie. And my friend's advent, which has been a lot of fun. And I collect mini pottery, but that's not Christmassy. My other tree. It has flicker flames and mostly cookie cutters and a really old Santa tree skirt. And before I realized I'm no good at sewing, I made a stocking for everyone and embroidered our names on those. These are super old. And the kitchen next to our stove, I have a Christmas tree that's decorated with kitchen implements and more flicker flames and some winking Santa salt and pepper shakers, because why not? Oh, and a nightlight. I'm beginning to see where my family's coming from with that. These beautiful creatures belonged to my grandma, and she gave them to me when I was in high school or college. I remember at the time thinking, gee, thanks, Grandma. What do I want that for? And putting them in the top of the closet at my mom's house, and now they are some of my favorite Christmas decorations. They're a little salt and pepper shaker, and I think they're adorable. So thanks, Grandma. It took me a while to appreciate your gift. This is my nest. This is my favorite spot in the living room. I have my cozy memory blanket there and the basket behind the couch. All of my knitting notions are in a little box in front of that yarn bowl there. I have a wax burner and a coffee warmer back there. And that's my wool blanket on the back of the couch from Scotland. This is really the most comfortable place to be if I'm not in the yarn palace. And I also collect some cookie jars. This is our Snowbot. And some cross stitch from back when I used to cross stitch before I was knitty. And that's our Christmas china. I made the mistake of mentioning that I saw some in the sales paper walls at my mother-in-law's house years ago that was pretty, and now I have service for 8. I think that's all I got for Christmas for several years. And Santa, the cookie jar. Santa the cookie jar wasn't supposed to be living with me. I bought him as a Dirty Santa gift, and apparently his recipient did not love him like I did. And a few years later, he came back to the same Christmas celebration as a white elephant gift, and I have never been so excited in my life to claim a white elephant gift. Over here we have the Yarn Palace, and my tree in the Yarn Palace is all handmade gifts, handmade decorations, and knitting themed decorations. Probably with the exception of my Doctor Who ornament that my friend Beth gave me. Not you, Beth, the other Beth from my knitting group that I always talk about. And he looks so cute with the TARDIS. He had to go out here. And here's my dumpster fire for 2020. I have a coffee mug, quilted, that Joy made for me, which I love. Over there on the shelf is Oatmeal the Snowman. Oh, and a porg. And a wreath with some of my hand knit decorations on it. And the ornaments I risked my life to go to the craft store for. This sun is one of them. I had to have a sign with my creepy Santa heads on it to hang right above my creepy Santa head. And the other ornament I risked my life for, there he is, Baby Yoda. He was worth it.